Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
I'm Brent Apperson. Good morning.
7:32, cloudy sky this morning, and our temperature's 38. 57 at 5 o'clock yesterday. Didn't get any cooler than 38. Going to get into the 60s today.
Yeah, beautiful. And what's the next day look like, Dave? Just as beautiful?
There's a lot of descriptive words I could use, but no.
Have you... I'm guessing we have, but I looked at the forecast when I got up this morning. 65,
Yeah,
I think is what
I
you
think
said.
so, yeah.
65 in the mid-60s for the high. And then a winter weather advisory goes into effect at midnight tonight. I'm like, what?
Yeah. Not too much snow to start with, but then they're talking the forecast a little bit later on, maybe 1 to 3 inches.
Oh, and the winds just
Terrible.
sound terrible for the next day or two.
Well, March can be like that. By the way, this is the Ides of March today. This marks the date that Julius Caesar was assassinated. March 15th, a turning point in Roman history. In case you don't speak ancient Latin, the word Ides means middle day of the month.
Oh.
Apparently, it was also when you could stab somebody.
Oh, yeah, okay.
But, Ides of March today. It's also World Contact Day, and that's why I'm a little freaked out this morning. I don't know if you folks are feeling the same way, but it's a little freaky because what World Contact Day is that we realize there is a possibility, if not very possible, chance there's other life in other galaxies and planets.
Oh, no.
And, celebrated this date since 1953 when a group called the International Flying Saucer Bureau was formed. And ever since then...
The International Flying Saucer Bureau.
Yes.
Okay. Didn't know there was such a thing.
Yes, still exists.
Okay.
And ever since then, they've tried sending telepathic messages into space.
Yeah.
In case, aliens are flying around up there and sound will go forever in space. It just goes out there and keeps on going, keeps on giving. And so it could take, 100 years for hello, aliens, to get heard. You can't even say to a destination because it just keeps going.
I see.
And so there's a possibility that some of these signals they're sending out into space will be calling cards for aliens to come to Earth. I don't think I better talk about it. It just gives me the kind of the willies what could happen with all of that.
Are you a member of the International Flying Saucer Bureau?
I am not.
You're not.
I don't typically
Okay.
join organizations,
Right.
but I would consider that.
Well,
one
I
as
know
one.
that aliens is a subject that kind of gets you revved up.
Well, it's the possibilities that there could be, to really freak you out, there could be a mirror of Earth in space. So somewhere in space at this point in time, this exact time,
Yeah.
a mirror image and existence of Dave and Brent could be
Ooh.
doing a breakfast show on another Earth
Oh,
at
man.
the same time.
Well, now it sounds like you're getting into the multiverse stuff
Yeah.
in the Marvel movies.
Well, that's
Eek.
that's been looked at several times. Traveling of light and all the different formulas that go into maybe a mirrored Earth somewhere, an exact replica or the same as. So there could be a breakfast show going on right now
Yeah.
in space on another Earth.
Whoa.
Well, this
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
If that doesn't just stretch your mind.
Yeah, the big question would be, why should there be two of them? But anyway, World Contact Day is today. This one I think is something that we can all relate to. Maybe we should honor this day. Everything you think is wrong day. So try not to make any big decisions today,
Okay.
because everything you think is wrong, or so goes the notion. The day was created for some people to realize they're not always right.
Okay.
Like Uncle Joe or Aunt Susie, who always had advice for you because they were right.
Mm-hmm.
And they may have been. This one here is a little dicey. I don't know how deep we want to dive into this one. I know I don't want to go very far into it. It's True Confessions Day.
Wow.
Yeah. How long can you keep a secret? Your chance to unburden yourself and let that skeleton out of the closet. True Confessions Day is all about letting go of all those deeply held secrets that might be giving you heartburn in the middle of the night.
Wow.
So you have anything you want to confess today?
Not really.
You sure?
Nope. I don't. Nothing's been keeping me up at night. I've been sleeping like a baby.
Well, I can't say that, but I don't think it has to do with needing to confess. It's just just the way it is. Bret Michaels is 69 today. Does that ring a bell?
Yes, it does. Lead singer of Poison.
Wow, you know
Every
that?
rose has its thorns, Dave.
Boy, does it ever. He's also does a VH1 reality series called Rock of Love. I didn't know that.
No, I didn't know that.
He was also the season 3 winner of
Yep.
Celebrity Apprentice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he was on The Masked Singer not too long ago, too.
Sly Stone is 80 today.
Really?
Yeah. His real name is Sylvester Stewart, but everybody knows him as Sly Stone, the singer-songwriter, frontman for the 70s, 80s funk band Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh.
They had a good feel. Dee Snider, does that ring a bell?
Oh, you better believe it, because you know what? We're not going to take it. Twisted Sister.
Right on. He's 68 today. Also had a long career in radio as a host and narrator on many VH1 shows and specials.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of those glam bands ended up having jobs in hosting radio and TV shows. So those are some birthdays, which reminds me, radio, that caught my eye this morning, that little flyer there.
I'm glad you brought this up.
That is so cool. Can you talk about it?
Okay, well, you know our friend Steve Summer.
Yes.
I think, if I remember right, Steve kind of wrote his own radio show drama,
He did.
right? And performed it had people join him, and they performed it at the Broken Bow Middle School auditorium, right?
That's true, yeah.
And we aired it,
We did.
I think.
We did.
Yeah. Well, Steve kind of has his hand in this too, I know. But they're going to be presenting an old-time radio show. This is a fundraiser for the Callaway Christian Academy school there in Callaway. And the students will be providing the sound effects for the various skits, news, and cooking show
Oh, wow.
on this old-time radio show. So this will be like the old time where everything was live. You did the sound effects live, and you did live radio dramas on the air.
Wow.
There will also be Southern Gospel singing by the Callaway Community Church Quartet. These guys are good. So take it in. It's free will offering. Again, this is a fundraiser for the Callaway Christian Academy. They'll have a concession stand there as well. It's going to open at 6 o'clock. The show itself will start at 7:30, and this will be at the Community Building in Callaway on March 17th. So this Friday, if you're looking for something very entertaining and enjoyable to attend, take in the Old Time Radio Show. The students of the Callaway Christian Academy will be involved providing the sound effects for the various skits, news, and cooking show. And so we encourage you to take that in, support that effort. It's free will offering. That's all that they ask for you to attend, and it will be starting at 7:30 showtime at the Callaway Community Building on Friday, March 17th.
Fantastic. That really sounds like fun. School lunch menus are up next. Before we go to those, I do want to mention that we're going to be playing the song we talked about yesterday. Becky contacted us from Arnold yesterday to tell us that B.J. Jamison, the young man who has been playing all around Nebraska and spends a lot of time at Shotgun Annie's playing there. He plays around Arnold. I think he lives over in the Arnold area now.
Like he's been at Grazers.
Grazers,
yeah.
Yep.
Played there and played here live on the Breakfast Show.
Right here on our show, yes. And he's got this wonderful voice, and he's able to just kind of pick up songs and play them. But this time around, he has his own song, and it was just released yesterday on iTunes and Spotify. And so yesterday afternoon, I got it, and I have it set up this morning to play for you. And so we're going to do that around 9 o'clock this morning after the 9 o'clock weather and news. And Becky wanted to know. I contacted Blue-Eyed Becky yesterday to let her know we were going to play it today. And she says, well, what time? Mm-hmm. I just texted her back and said, hey, you're the one with the beautiful blue eyes. What time would you like to hear it?
Okay.
She thought just after 9 would be good. So
just after 9, okay.
Becky Daly is now part of our program director department.
Yeah.
Because she has beautiful blue eyes. Plus, she's a very nice lady. Yeah. Anyway, that was a side story. The news is we got a young man here in the area who is putting out his own music worldwide. And we're going to hear the song. I think you're really going to like it. It's called Lost Without You. And he does a great job with it, so we'll have that for you just after 9 o'clock. Thedford schools today, they're featuring pizza, fruit, vegetables, and milk with a little cauliflower alongside there.
Litchfield today, lunch menu is showing Crispitos at Litchfield.
And at the Broken Bow schools today, they're having fresh-made chili with crackers, hot dogs, fresh-baked combo sub. They're also having the ham and turkey shaker with roasted flatbread. They're also having at their Asian station Thai sweet chili stir fry. Ooh, that sounds good. Vegetables, fruit, dessert, and milk. And by the way, Broken Bow looks like they're taking a little spring break Thursday and Friday.
Gothenburg today showing beef and biscuit bake, taco salad, pizza, and deli sandwich. Some of the choices for you at Gothenburg today.
At Ansley, it's chicken nuggets, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Loop City today, hamburger pizza or bacon chicken ranch pizza on the menu today at Loop City.
And Selma Myrna, they're also having the fresh-made beef chili with crackers, hot dogs, the shakers, fruit, vegetables, and milk at Anselmo Myrna today.
Kozad today, chicken patty with hot roll, glazed ham with roasted pineapple with hot roll. Yummy. Some of your choices at Kozad today.
Sandhills Dunning at Thedford. Let's see here. This is an old menu, so I don't know how that got left in the stack, so I'm not going to read that to you because that would be February. And let's take a look at the Prairie Pioneer Center menu for today on this Wednesday. Chicken Alfredo over noodles, carrots, apricots, and bread. Call them at 872-6121 by 9 o'clock this morning, and they'll have a meal ready for you at the Prairie Pioneer Center in Broken Bow, Nebraska. All right, let's play the game.
Okay, let's do. We're getting you ready for St. Patty's Day coming up this week. So we're asking questions about Ireland with this Irish trivia quiz. Which of the following is not, all right, listen close, which of the following is not a famous Irish brewery?
Okay.
Your choices are Guinness, Heineken, Smithwick's, or Harp Lager. Did I say all those right?
I think so.
Okay. Which of the following is not a famous Irish brewery? Guinness, Heineken, Smithwick's, or Harp Lager? If you know, call us at 872-2801.
It's snack o'clock, and Taylor is at Runza.
I get that afternoon craving, and bam, Junior Ranch chicken wrap.
Bam.
And sometimes it's like, boom, Junior Buffalo chicken wrap.
Boom.
And sometimes it's like, bam, boom, I'm gonna have one of each. Little present to myself, all wrapped up in a tortilla.
You've earned it, buddy. Stop in for a ranch or buffalo chicken wrap today, because Runza makes it all better.
Remember, today is Pigs in a Blanket Day.
And we have a caller on the line. Let's find out who we have on the phone. Good morning. Who are we talking to?
This is Eric.
Eric, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Oh, we don't have too many complaints. It kind of bothers us because this is Contact Alien Day, that there may be another.
Cool.
Yeah, there might be another breakfast show going on at the same time with Brent and Dave out in space somewhere on a mirror of Earth. What do you think?
That might be fun.
And scary.
Might be overkill, actually, Eric. Here's Brent.
Yeah, help. Beam me up. I'll be on the show.
Oh,
Hey, all right. Hey, I love that idea. Okay.
Just as well.
All right, Eric, which of the following is not a famous Irish brewery? Guinness, Heineken, Smithwick's, or Harp Lager?
Heineken.
Heineken, you got her. And because you've answered correctly, it's Big Pig Day, which means you win a free pig in a blanket that they serve on Wednesday at Runza here in Broken Bow. So,
All right.
yeah, just
Good
come
deal.
on. Come on out and pick up your certificate when you can.
All right, I sure will.
Thanks, Eric.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. 7:48 is your time. To all, thanks for listening to the Breakfast Show this morning, whether you're here on this earth or the other one. And the dial settings, I believe, would be the same out there in space somewhere.
Well, yeah.
I don't know how that would work, but maybe that, well, if it's, gosh, let's think about this. If it's a mirror of Earth and it's exactly the same, then there would be the same transmitters, same radio equipment, same station. Everything
Yeah.
would be the same.
Everything would be the same. Wow.
Pretty soon there'll be a Christy walking through the door with a smile on her face.
I wonder if in the mirror Earth, you and I would be neighbors.
Oh, yeah, it'd be the
Yeah,
same.
I think so.
It would be the same. I don't think there'd be any change in that, and I know you wouldn't want to.
No, not at all.
I mean, everything that's happening here is happening there, Brent. There's nothing you can do about it on the other Earth.
All right. Okay.
I was thinking you didn't want to go there to that neighborhood thing.
No, I probably don't. No. Is this a dramatic pause?
I had some thoughts on it this morning, but I'm just holding back. And I saw just think this will be happening on the other Earth as well.
Yeah.
I just saw some headlights pull in.
Oh.
So I assume that's probably Mike Evans with Evans Feed.
He's on our list.
Yeah. So
Okay.
this the same thing would be happening on the other Earth. So let's play these commercials on both stations, and we'll get Mike in here.
Whether you're training for a marathon or spending all day on your feet, you shouldn't allow pain to slow you down. Pearson Physical Therapy is offering free stride assessments as well as foot, knee, and hip evaluations 8 a.m. to noon on Saturday the 18th. See their full range of custom foot orthotics, learn what shoe type is right for you, and hear how proper gait mechanics can help reduce your pain, improve your speed, and so much more. Saturday the 18th. Call to schedule your free 30-minute assessment at 308-872-5800 with Pearson Physical Therapy.
The list of songs about love is a long one. At KCNI KBBN, we love shopping local. Make sure you're listening to The Breakfast Show. Every single day, a new $25 gift card will be given away.
Make us part of your morning routine.
Just really great music, and you guys are fun and active and lively and just a good station.
Central Nebraska wakes up with Dave and Brent on The Breakfast Show.
7:51. Mike Evans is here in the studios with us here for the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. How you doing, Mike?
Doing good, Dave. Good morning.
Mike, I just took a phone call from a listener, and the listener wants to know if you're part alien.
Huh.
I
never really thought about that before. maybe this is not really me. Maybe I am an alien.
Oh, geez.
Maybe I'm body double.
Oh, see, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
There's you've probably read where there's some people that believe that there's a mirror of this or some out in space, and there's everything that's going on right now is going on that Earth exactly the same.
Holy cow! I haven't read that, but I heard you talking about it. It's really got my mind going this morning.
Now, wouldn't it be nice, Mike, for Evans Feed, if that was the case, if they get space travel really improved, that way you could, if you were out of a product on this Earth and the other Earth had a product, maybe you could have it shipped over
There
real
you go,
quick.
yeah. I like that. Your caller said something about beam me up. Maybe you could just beam that stuff here and eliminate some freight cost.
Oh,
Do you call that a parallel universe? Is that what they call that?
that sounds pretty
A
good.
parallel universe.
Sounds
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. I just got a text, so I'm sure there's some comments about you being an alien.
Probably from Butch.
Yeah, probably. So, what do you got? You got a list there of things you want to cover?
just normal stuff.
Okay.
Some a little bit abnormal, but it is the Ides of March, so we've got to beware. Watch out for knives coming out. So everybody be careful today.
Yes.
Your best friends might kill you.
Might stab you in the back.
Yeah. A2 Brute.
Oh,
Right.
wow. That was,
Remember
yeah.
So we used to have English in high school, and I think they probably still do, so they're probably still teaching that.
I hope so.
I'm not sure.
I'm not either. I wish I would have paid more attention when I had it.
Yeah. I was sleeping usually in that class, but I did remember A2 Brute. I don't know, then Die Caesar, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I think you're right.
I just want to mention we're getting into spring here, sort of. It's red sky at morning this morning, so you know what that means for tomorrow. So it's a lot of ups and downs in the weather.
Yeah, it's not going to be a delight. Let's put it
Probably
that
not,
way.
no. And it's kind of hard on, the guys having calves right now, which there are a lot of them, and gals. And the little calves it hasn't been the greatest. So we need to make sure that, the energies and the proteins and all that stuff is taken care of. So we've been busy doing that. And we have different kinds of medications and additives that we put in our cattle minerals and salt so that we can get it into them. You kind of have to have a delivery system to get that stuff into them. And typically you're not feeding in a wagon out on the range, so use salt and mineral as kind of your delivery system for these products. Some of them, fly control, and we're not worried about that yet, of course. But biomass is good for calves that are under a little bit of stress, and we saw a lot of that.
Can you explain biomass just a little bit? I see you
that's
have
tough. No,
you have a display on the corner there.
Yeah.
Is it a well, kind of just give
it's
us
a yeast derivative. It's all
Okay.
natural yeast derivative, and what basically it does is somehow it sort of, for lack of a better term, it encapsulates some of the like E. coli and stuff in
okay.
the gut
All right.
and salmonella, and takes it on out of the animal before it's able to cause any damage or start making an animal go under stress.
Wow.
So it just kind of, and it's all natural, and it's very effective. We've probably had it 15 years and maybe 20. I don't know. Time flies, but
Yeah.
it's widely used and very effective.
What a great tool, though.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Okay.
It kind of come along like the garlic thing, It just all of a sudden here there's this product that didn't interfere with anything and worked really well. So we move a lot of that. And speaking about minerals and things like that on the range, I should have mentioned this last time because it's happened quite a few times since, but when the snow melts, it's melting off, and you still got some cattle on the cornfields out there because there's really not a lot of range left, and so they're trying to utilize their corn stalks that maybe got covered up earlier, and now they're coming open. Well, as they come open, that corn's been sitting underneath slow melting snow, and that softens the kernels a little bit, just enough. I mean, it doesn't make them real soft, but it softens them enough that it kind of changes the dynamics, and they absorb it a little bit quicker.
Okay.
And so not only is it becoming visible again from the snow, it's also softer. And the cattle, there's been quite a few cattle overeating on corn, and then they get sick and go down, and it's kind of a struggle. So just keep your eye out for those. Sometimes this time of year you don't think about that, but what we can do is we put sodium bicarb in the water, and usually we do that in the fall, but there's been a lot of that going on right now too. So
just because the snow cover we had for so long, and it was, it laid pretty flat, so it really soaked on it quite a while, didn't it?
And now it's becoming obviously more exposed.
Yeah.
And there's just not a lot of forage out there, so people are trying to find ways to in a lot of situations they paid for corn stalks to run cattle on, and they never got to use them because they got covered so quick.
Right.
And so there's guys going back and using them right now before we get to grass. And also we have pretty quick here, we'll have seed oats. We just got our loads coming in this morning of clipped and cleaned oats, and the first thing that they like to plant to get some quick forage is oats, and we'll have a few loads of that coming in, and I know there'll be guys planting in a couple weeks probably. So get the oats in the ground, get it up, then take the oat hay off and come in with some cane.
Wow.
Things like that. So.
Yeah. So that's coming in.
Yep, that's coming in today. Yep. Good old South Dakota oats, nice and clipped and cleaned, and a lot less price than they were last year too. So that's nice.
That helps.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You bet.
Okay. All right. Well, lots of things going on, and as the seasons change, so does the different menus for those animals out there.
Yeah, there's always something around the bend.
Yeah.
And this Saturday is the last day of our spring mineral sale.
Okay.
And you're able to save $80 per ton, and you don't have to take it all at once. So if a person thinks they're going to need 6 ton over the summertime or whatever, you get almost $500 off on that, and we put it on the board as a credit. And then as you need it, we bring it out to your farm or ranch and bring you salt along with it or anything else that you need. And we don't charge for bag delivery. And there's a lot of that going on this week too. So it ends Saturday we close at 2 o'clock Saturday, so that's when she ends.
All right. Lots going on, and then of course that's all kind of centered around the cattle industry, which is the big one, as you always mention. But you have all the feeds that people need for all the different kinds of animals. Poultry season is coming up too, isn't it? Chickens.
We're selling a lot of chicken feed.
Yeah.
There's just a lot of farm flock chicken, or I guess I don't know how you want to phrase it. Smaller flocks, maybe 10 head of chickens or 20, and people raising their own eggs, and there's a lot more of that than there was 5 years ago.
Yeah.
And so we have all different kinds of chicken feeds and pig feeds and goat, sheep, the whole ball of wax.
Dogs, cats,
birds, horses.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a large inventory, and we rotate, and we try to keep it fresh, and if it's not fresh, we throw it away. That's the way it is.
Yep. Won't be long that they'll get the chicks in and start raising some little ones again. That's always kind of cool. I did it a few times when I was a kid. It was fun to raise chickens.
We used to sell them down there for a long time, and you listen to a couple thousand chickens chirping all day, it'll drive you batty. I don't know how my grandma could stand it, but they did it for years.
Yeah.
And
the building you have now, which was Sure Hatchery.
Yeah, right across the street was Sure Hatchery.
Yeah. And when you were a kid at school and you walked by there this time of year, it was the same thing. It was just like constant out of that building. Yeah.
I mean, those were good days. We don't sell chickens anymore, but it has more to do with the bird flu and things like that a few years ago.
Oh yeah.
And the restrictions got just a little too tough, so a lot of people just order their own, and they come in the mail, and we have all kinds of feeds for them, but we don't have the chickens.
Well, that's understandable.
Yeah.
You got enough going on. You got every building that you can get in your area full of feed. So I don't know where you put a chicken.
It takes a lot of space, Dave. We even stack it outside now, so it's you can never have enough space. Everybody knows that.
Yeah. And we forget, and you've kind of taught us that. That temperature, you have to kind of control temperatures on some of these feeds too. So
yeah, our good friend Ron Ripp, rest his soul, he cut some holes in the Bates building and put some automatic fans in there, so when it gets hot, those things kick on and blow the heat out, and that's pretty handy.
Yeah. Well, we don't need that right now, but it won't be long.
That's right.
We'll be doing that.
Yep.
Thanks, Mike.
Yep, thank you, guys.
It's always good to see you.
Yeah, you too.
News is next right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Severe weather hitting both the coasts is impacting millions of people today, with hundreds of thousands without power in California and in the Northeast. CBS's Dania Backus is in Ventura, California.
Of course, rain still coming, and there are now emergency declarations in 40 California counties. And though this latest round of storms has been devastating, there have been no reports of injuries or deaths.
An American spy drone has crashed into the Black Sea near Ukraine's coast. CBS's David Martin has more.
Now the Pentagon wants to recover the wreckage before the Russians get to it, but is operating at a disadvantage since there are no U.S. Navy ships in the Black Sea.
The U.S. says Russian fighter pilots shot down the drone. Russia denies that. Ohio is taking Norfolk Southern to court over last month's derailment in East Palestine.
It endangered both the health and the area residents and Ohio's natural resources.
CBS News Brief. I'm Linda Kenyon.
In Nebraska news, Nebraska state troopers arrested 23 people for DUI and stopped 36 people for speeding at 100 miles per hour or more during the NSAA state basketball tournament weekends that were held in Lincoln. From March 1st through March 4th and March 8th through March 11th, troopers across Nebraska worked to keep the roads safe during the busy travel weekends. The effort was made possible from grant funding from the Nebraska Department of Transportation Highway Safety Office. During the 2 weekends, troopers arrested 23 drivers for driving under the influence and stopped 36 drivers for speeding at 100 miles per hour or more. Additionally, troopers issued citations to 710 drivers for speeding, 23 drivers with open alcohol containers, 53 drivers under suspension, 13 drivers with no seat belts, 13 drivers with improper child restraint, and 11 people with minor in possession. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
News from the NFL as we await word on the status of quarterback Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers star, reportedly providing the New York Jets, maybe his new team soon, a wish list of players he'd like them to acquire before trading for him. They include wide receivers Randall Cobb and Odell Beckham Jr., tight end Mercedes Lewis, and Alan Lazard, a wide receiver, was supposedly on that list, but the Jets have signed him. 4 years, $44 million. Indianapolis Colts are releasing veteran quarterback Matt Ryan while sending five-time Pro Bowl corner Stephon Gilmore to the Dallas Cowboys for a fifth-round pick. Las Vegas Raiders are trading tight end Darren Waller to the New York Giants for a third-round pick. College basketball opening games in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. Pitt got by Mississippi State 60-59 in a battle of 11 seeds. Up next for the Panthers, a date with 6-seeded Iowa State. And the battle of a couple of 16 seeds. Texas A&M Corpus Christi beat Southeast Missouri State 75-71. Up next for Corpus Christi, number 1 overall seed, Alabama.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A winter weather advisory goes in effect late tonight. Mostly sunny and breezy for today. Mild as highs make it into the middle 60s. Winds southerly 10 to 20 miles per hour. Tonight it becomes mostly cloudy. Chance for rain developing after midnight, changing over to snow towards Thursday morning. Lows fall into the middle 20s. Winds remain breezy, turning to the north, 15 to 30. Higher gusts possible. And then Thursday, windy with a chance for more snow before noon. I'm Phil Jensko.
Do you know what people see when they Google you? Search engines don't always get it right. And when they're wrong, it's your reputation on the line. So what do you do when you don't agree with your search results? Call Reputation Defender at 800-401-6681. Reputation Defender by Norton is one of the most trusted names in online reputation repair. We have over a decade of experience in fixing people's search results, and we can help you too. Using cutting-edge approaches, Reputation Defender pushes unflattering information down to lower pages of your search results, where few people ever look. We also promote the good stuff so that it rises to the top, letting you put your best foot forward. Your good name is too valuable to leave to the whims of a Google algorithm. You owe it to yourself to take control with Reputation Defender. Visit www.reputationdefender.com or call 800-401-6681 for free advice on your situation. 800-401-6681. That's 800-401-6681.
6 minutes past the hour of 8 o'clock. It's 38 degrees. under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the south beginning to pick up now at 10+ miles per hour. Barometric pressure is falling at 29.77, humidity at 81%. High yesterday was, as we mentioned, 57 degrees, an overnight low of 38. Sunset today at 7:44. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:50. 400ths precipitation measured so far this month. That's a look at the weather. We'll be right back, but first, these words.
Do you have a laundry list of projects to do around your home? Refresh your space by completing that list of home improvement projects with the help of a HELOC from Bruning Bank. If an updated look is not enough and you're ready to buy a new home, we can help with that too. Navigating a home purchase can be confusing, but it doesn't have to be. Let our friendly, experienced staff guide you to owning the home of your dreams. You can apply in person, online at bruningbank.com, or give us a call at 308-872-2757 to get started. Bruning Bank, Equal Housing Lender, NMLS 473773, member FDIC.
It's tuxedo time. The south side of the square is where you should be going if you want to look dapper. Head to Chapin's and Lola will get you fitted for the perfect style and color to match that awesome personality of yours. Each time you rent a tux, $10 goes to your after prom party. Right now is also the perfect time to register for weddings that are right around the corner. Get your tuxes at Chapin's Furniture in Broken Bow.
All right, we're going to go country today to go along with our feature of J.B. Jamison, who is going to be featured at 9 o'clock later on, a local artist who has released music worldwide yesterday. So we'll be doing that just after 9 o'clock this morning. So we'll go country today. Before we get a little country music going, though, I'd like to talk about Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. Today is Wednesday. They're open for business. They open on Tuesdays for your convenience through the week. And it's a historic building that they renovated and then put inside it many good things, all sorts of coffees, pastries, and gifts. It's a great store.
It is, and I apologize. I split up the live reads. I think it's in your pile over there. I should have told you. That is my fault. But yeah, Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold, Nebraska. They're open Tuesday through Saturday. And like Dave said, it's a great place to enjoy coffee with a friend.
Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. until 5 p.m., and on Saturdays, 9 a.m. until 3 p.m., and they've got some spring savings for you in conjunction with Easter. Get ready for spring and Easter with 25% off spring items and spring home decor. And by the way, they carry a great selection of Easter basket gifts for kids, too. Savings are good through March 28th to April 1st at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts at that barista bar and gift shop right out back the door of... right in our back door of Brubaker's Coffee House in Arnold. Follow them on Facebook to keep up on the latest happenings at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold. As Brent's mentioned before, coffee with a friend is always a good idea, especially at Brubaker's Coffee House and Gifts in Arnold.
Here's a couple of job opportunities for you. You can take a look at these full postings on sandhillsexpress.com. Just go to the employment page. Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership looking for an individual to work as an infant toddler teacher center specialist. This would be 40 hours per week, year-round, in Broken Bow. Now, for this position, you must have a Child Development Associate Certificate, an associate or bachelor's degree in early childhood education, and they would prefer someone with experience working with infants and toddlers, income-qualifying families, and past supervisory experience. You would be responsible for center coordination, supervision, and teaching. Also, they have an opening for an infant toddler cook in Broken Bow. Some of the duties with this position would include purchase food and prepare meals, complying with USDA requirements, responsible for cleaning classroom and doing dishes, laundry, etc. Both of these jobs offer a great starting wage and really good benefits. So if you would like to find out more, you can contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 0. Or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
All right, here's a little Jeff Bates for you on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. much. As we go along here, we have lots of things to tell you about, and I'm going to grab the stack here. Let's talk about, now I got to tell you.
Okay, tell me.
How do I want to approach this? Got to be careful.
Oh, now I get nervous. Whenever you start.
It's not about the neighborhood. We're okay there.
Whenever you start a discussion with, I got to be careful, I get nervous.
All right.
Okay.
Let's just take the internet again, for example.
All right.
Have you looked for something on the internet, and then every time you open up whatever page you use for, I don't know, your Facebook page, your email, whatever, boom, here comes a product.
Oh, like an advertisement?
Yes.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely.
And then every other thing on your page is, you happen to look at.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So in today's world, it's just so much easier to go to your local merchant, whatever it may be, and do business with them. We talked about it yesterday. 70% of people right now, when they purchase things, are unhappy after they buy it because maybe of the product quality, maybe it wasn't what they wanted, maybe they had no service with it if they bought it off the internet. Well, one very important thing here is Nebraska Land Hearing Center. Roxanne is here.
Yes.
And to get a proper hearing aid fitted properly and to the level that your hearing needs is very important. So I think it would be worth talking to Nebraska Land Hearing Center about your hearing loss for all kinds of reasons, but that's one of them because you're going to have service after the purchase. She's a certified hearing instrument specialist with over 30 years experience. She lives right here in Broken Bow and is proud to be a part of the community, and she will not dog you with ads on your internet page. She will just hope that you'll come in and see her and use her services because it's dependable right here in Broken Bow. Because with her services, you get a free hearing evaluation and free office calls, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, extended discounts for buying local, a $2,000 buy local discount, by the way, which is huge, an additional other local discounts for new patients. You also receive chamber bucks with the purchase of new hearing aids, and she'll do the custom fitting for your hearing aids that are always rechargeable and ready to go for you. Now, she accepts the CARE credit cards. This enables you to finance hearing aids for over a period of time with lower payments. So ask Roxanne about the CARE credit cards. Her number is 308-384-3852. Call that number to make an appointment. She's also located on the east side of the square in Broken Bow and shares the building with the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce.
All right. Hard to believe, but it's the third Thursday of the month this week, and that means Rustic and Red in Cozad, Nebraska will be having their Sip and Shop, something they do every third Thursday of the month. So grab your friends and head to Rustic and Red in Cozad. They'll be open Thursday from 10 to 7. There will be sales running all day, and then the sipping will start at 4 o'clock on Thursday afternoon. Spring items have arrived at Rustic and Red, an abundance of Easter basket items for the little bunnies or beautiful decorations to make your home feel like spring. So check that out when you attend the Sip and Shop at Rustic and Red in Cozad this Thursday.
We talk about it often, and we're going to continue to talk about it thanks to some very concerned and good people, just like Jeff Bates singing about good people. We have good people here in Custer County who understand that there is a need for a resource for people who are stressed out, having mental stress or mental problems. Now, I think at least we've made some steps forward in this society about the fact that it's something that can be treated and should be treated and not ignored. And the community members have taken it on themselves to help bring awareness to mental health and the importance of reaching out when needed. So a website was created as a resource of mental health providers in Custer County. The website is mhpcc.org, And there's a Spanish version now available, which is fantastic. It's a simple site. It's just a text site that has all the different contact names and numbers for you. If you're struggling or you know somebody else that is, just go to the website, mhpcc.org. Untreated mental illness can contribute to higher medical expenses, poor performance at school and work, fewer employment opportunities, and increased risk of suicide. That website again, mhpcc.org. More right after these words.
I might be new to Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency, but I'm no stranger to wanting to help people. Hi, I'm Tina, and I'd love to discuss your home, auto, farm, or commercial coverage. I have several great carriers to choose from, so stop on in or call for an appointment and we'll work together on a free, no obligation quote. If the cold and ice is holding you back, I'll come to you. I'm at 914 South D in Broken Bow, or give me a call at 308-872-6996. Nebraska Owners Insurance under the big red awning.
Some secrets just can't be kept, like the savings going on right now to celebrate the arrival of spring at the Secret Garden. Friday and Saturday, save 15% off anything with green on it. Yes, that includes plants and new inventory. Right now is the time to order plants on their order sheet, then pick them up when they arrive in May. Psalm 31, verse 24. Be strong and take heart, all you who hope in the Lord. The Secret Garden. 15% off items with green. 2 1/4 miles west of Myrna on Highway 92 and a half a mile north.
In the morning, you are awakened by the twitter of a little bird.
No, it's Dave and Brent.
I knew there was a reason I got out of bed this morning.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
Papa Top again. I've just got time. Top again.
Ah, yes. You can't beat Alan Jackson for good, pure country. Whew, he is so good. So many good songs. And I don't know what else to say about him. He's just good.
Yeah,
really
he can cover songs too, like that one.
Yes, he can.
Have you heard that album, Under the Influence, where it's just nothing but covers?
No.
Oh, yeah, it's good.
I know he has a great gospel album.
Yeah, he does.
He
Very
really,
good.
Really, his style and voice really fits some gospel tunes that he did very well as covering those also. Quality Senior Villages in Broken Bow. We are so fortunate to have them here. They are a specialty home for folks who suffer Alzheimer's and dementia. So the assisted living is designed just to take care of those folks at Quality Senior Villages here in Broken Bow. If you'd like more information about them and if there's room for new members of the family, or maybe get on the list, or maybe take a tour, go and see how it's all taking place there. They have physical activities, movies, music, crafts and games, exercising, gardening, cooking, and outings in their new outdoor area they're going to use this spring and summer again. So call them at 872-6387, 872-6387, Quality Senior Villages.
All right. Let's tell you what's showing at the movies at the Fox Theater here in Broken Bow. A couple of very popular movies are going to be ending their run this week. So if you haven't seen Jesus Revolution yet, just a couple of more opportunities for you. Looks like it'll show tonight and tomorrow night and then end its run at the Fox Theater. And that'll be the same case with Cocaine Bear. Show tonight and tomorrow night and then end its run. So those two movies will be concluding soon this week at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Some of the other movies that are showing right now, they're screaming again. Oh, yeah, that guy with the mask is wreaking havoc again. The newest chapter of the Scream movie series is showing now at the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. It'll show the rest of this week and continue through the weekend into next week as well. And a couple of new big movies will be entering the Fox Theater this Friday. The new Shazam movie is here, Fury of the Gods. So Shazam is here at the Fox Theater. It'll start on Friday, continue through the weekend, and into next week. So check that out. Also, thank you, Fox Theater, for bringing this one. If you're a Rocky fan, do you like the Rocky movies? Okay. Well, now we're past Rocky. Mm-hmm. Now it's all about Creed. Apollo's son is continuing to fight. And Creed 3 will be entering the Fox Theater on Friday, and it will show through the weekend into next week as well. So what a great lineup. You got the new Shazam movie showing beginning Friday. Creed 3 starts Friday, and Scream continues through the weekend as well. So check it out. It's the Fox Theater in Broken Bow. Also Fox Theater locations now in Cozad and Central City. And to find out more, just go to watchthefox.com, and you can access all the show times and know when and where everything is playing.
Participating schools include Anselmo Myrna, Ansley, Arnold, Broken Bow, Cozad, Gothenburg, and Sandhills. We'll join the competition mid-morning on Wednesday. Brought to you by the Broken Bow Library, Palmer Monument, Custer Public Power District, Custer Federal State Bank, Square M Accounting, BD Broken Bow, Nebraska State Bank, Central Nebraska Medical Clinic, Trotter Service, and Trotter Will and Go locations. Callaway District Hospital with the Arnold and Callaway Medical Clinics. Quest Incorporated, Mid-Plains Community College, Grocery Cart, A1 Auto Repair in Arnold, Mills Hardware, Broken Bow Legends Neighborhood Grill, Chapin's Furniture and Square One Boutique, Lashley Land and Recreational Brokers, First State Insurance in Arnold, Moshka's Building Center in Arcadia, and First Nebraska Bank and First Nebraska Bank Insurance Group.
The list of songs about love is a long one.
All I wanna do is eat, sleep, love you, repeat. Hey, people, loving people, baby, be my love song, baby, be my all night long.
At KCNI KBBN, we love shopping local. Make sure you're listening to The Breakfast Show. Every single day, a new $25 gift card will be given away.
8:33, you're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN Radio, Broken Bow, Nebraska. We always appreciate that each and every day. And I'd like to turn things over now to my good friend, my co-host, my brother and son all in one, Brent Amperson.
Oh, okay, thank you. We have the Scenic Byway people with us.
Good morning.
Yes, Linda
good
Tion
morning.
is here. Rick
Hi,
Moss
Linda.
is here.
Hello.
Hey, Rick.
hello. Good morning.
Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thanks for having us.
First of all, we want to thank Custer Federal for giving us this time slot once a month. Without their help, we wouldn't be here, and we wouldn't get to visit with you gentlemen and your listening audience. So anyway, we're happy to be here today. I want to touch briefly on the Polar Bear Tank Race that was held about 2 weeks ago.
Yes.
Had 10 teams entered. There were more that were coming, but due to things, they didn't make it, but 10 teams, and there was anywhere, one tank had 2 people. They're in their late 70s, crowding 80, and they plan to be back next year when they turn 80, but they just float along. And some tanks had upwards of 6 people. And it appeared that there was a few that had a really good time the night before. They weren't paddling much. There was one gal that was just sitting in there holding her head.
Just coasting, huh?
Yeah, floating. But the food was great, and everyone had a wonderful time, and the temperature was just absolutely
the weather was
perfect.
good.
Yes. And I counted up last night, and I think we had 4 states represented. There was a group from as far away as Phoenix that comes up every year, and so it is a great time for those people, and it's a fundraiser for our Sandhills Journey National Scenic Byway. So today, Rick and I are here to talk to you and your listening audience about the Nebraska Passport, and I'll tell you what, Custer County is win-win situation this year. You have 3 locations in this area on the Passport. The Rescue Bar and Grill in Sargent, they're not on our byway, but
Pretty close to the corridor.
Yes, and people are going to drive over there once they get to Broken Bow, I think, or from there over to Broken Bow. Of course, our jewel, the Red Barn, and then the Custer County Museum. And this is going to bring people to town, I guarantee. They had over 400 entries, I think, for the Passport. Do you recall, Rick?
It was over 300, probably close to 400.
I think it was. And there's 70 locations, so we were just looking at those locations.
We've applied for the last 6 years, I would guess, without success, and finally got it this year. So that's really
it's a big deal.
Great for our volunteers, and it's going to be a good time.
Grant had called me, and we did an interview, talked about this a week or 2 ago, and I believe you're opening it May 1st, correct?
Correct. And that may be one of the reasons we hadn't been chosen in the past. After I agreed to do that, to open May 1st, we got the site this year, so I'm sure that had something to do with it, and it was worth doing that. Hopefully all the volunteers are okay with that. It's going to mean some extra hours, and extra days for all of us, but it's
It'll be
this
worth
year
it.
and it'll be worth it.
Yes, it will. Another location on our byway is Kalinda's Pot Shop
Oh, yeah.
and Art Gallery in Ashby. And she's been on the tour before, or on the Passport before, and she said it brings in a lot of new faces. And of course, when they come in, they buy a cup of coffee and maybe one of her pieces of pottery or a piece of art. And so our byway. Oh, and then we also have one in Grand Island, Railroad Antique Mall. I've not been there, but I sure am going to go down when I go to Fauner Park and watch the horses run one of these days. But we're just absolutely delighted that there's 4 locations on our byway.
That's fantastic. Where's Ashby?
West.
Way up there.
That's a ways up there. isn't it?
Almost to Alliance, almost to Antioch.
It's west of Hyannis.
And there's some other historic sites up there as well, as I remember. So good place for it, isn't
Yes.
it? Yeah.
And they can go on up and see the car hinge north of
Right. Yeah.
of Alliance. And so I just think this is a great opportunity for Broken Bow and Custer County, because you're going to see some new faces.
Linda, I'm sure that many of our listeners are familiar with the Passport program, but for those who aren't, how exactly does the Passport program work?
Well, you can go on their Nebraska Passport 2023 website, and you can request a booklet. Rick, you'll have them.
We'll have booklets at the barn.
Okay.
All Passport sites, all 70 of them will have booklets. And I ordered some for our museum in Dunning, too, because we have people come through, and I convince them that they need a passport book.
Yeah.
And so they take it, and away they go. So, and then there's prizes. You get each place that you visit a stamp or a check mark or initial. I don't know what you do. Rick, do you?
We'll find out all the details.
will.
It's changed every year, and I think this year is a little bit different. I'm not sure of the changes made, but there will be a training session via Zoom on April 12 that a few of us will look at, and then that'll be available afterwards, streaming somewhere. So we'll find out all the details.
We were told by the Nebraska Tourism, they send a representative to our meeting, our monthly meeting, and she said that they look at all the passport applications and they keep track year after year who's applying, and it isn't like they just get them and once they choose they pitch them. No, they keep track. And so I have been applying for our museum in Dunning. Our problem is we just aren't open the hours that they want you open. They want you open almost daily, and I don't know. I'll figure something out, I guess.
It probably comes down again to volunteers.
It
doesn't
does.
Yeah.
It does. And we're just open on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sunday afternoons, and it's from Memorial Day to Labor Day. So
I think they do require at least 6 days a week. Sundays are optional, but we'll be open 7 days a week, including holidays, so we'll be there.
Rick, does that mean you could use some more help?
Obviously. We're going to get together the day after that training session with all our volunteers and sort things out, and we'll see how we do and what vacant spots we have on the calendar and try to get that rectified. So we'll see how it goes. I'm optimistic because everybody's going to be so excited about doing it and having all that interaction with our visitors, which is always fun. And when you have a slow day, it isn't as much fun, obviously. So
I wonder, this is just a question, because I've told you many times I would like for the station to come out and do a day or two, some of the crew, maybe even broadcast from there. I think that would be fun if some people would come in while we were happen to be broadcasting.
Yeah.
I think that would be a gas. And if we didn't have traffic while we were there, we could do the morning show there.
Well, this year, I can almost guarantee you there will be traffic.
Yeah, because it's going to be
there, so.
Yeah, I don't know.
That'll be good.
Other businesses out there who have, larger staffs who might be able to spare an employee occasionally or for a week. Maybe they do a few days. I wondered if that'd be something.
We'll work on it. I know Linda's volunteered already. And
I have.
Bill Burdett, another director for the Byway,
And then
has
Jeannie
volunteered.
from Hyannis and her friend come down.
Wow.
Jeannie and Helen White from Thedford come down, do one Monday a month for us, and that's a lot of miles they're putting on.
That's a lot of miles and time
So
on
that's
the
really
road.
good of them.
Yeah, that's really good to travel from their location to here to do that.
It's so worth it, though. It's exciting to go out to the barn and see these people come in, and I enjoy the visitors. Ask them where they're from. You know, travelers are lonely. Have you ever noticed that? Well, they're not sure who they should talk to and who they shouldn't. So I just walk up and start visiting with them. Where are you from? Got any grandkids? How about, do you have any cats? If they've got pets.
Linda's a cat lady.
Yes,
Oh, yeah. Well, Linda's also a people lady, so she's not afraid to walk up and ask those
I'm
questions.
not. But people want to talk about their grandchildren. At first, they're a little bit like, what? But it doesn't take long.
Yeah.
And then they'll start opening up. And
they're all friendly.
They are.
It's just a delight to have people that are always happy when you see them come in the door.
And especially retired people, because we have a little more time than maybe someone else. So, well, I don't know. We had that conversation earlier about being volunteers. So,
Yeah.
anyway, but
That's
it's
great
enjoyable.
news. That's 70 different locations and 4 here in this area.
3 in
Three
this
in this area.
but 4
Then
on our
actually
byway.
5 on the byway with one in Grand Island.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
all
And
right.
one at Ashby.
Yeah.
Right. And of course, the Red Barn is kind of in the center of everything.
Yep.
So
It is.
Yeah.
So we look forward to tourism, and I have already seen fifth wheels going by. I don't know where they're going. Maybe they're coming home from Arizona or Florida or wherever, but I've noticed there has been some fifth wheels and some big ones coming through. So headed north.
it's amazing.
Yes, it is.
I think I read Valentine is working on trying to bring people together to handle the influx of people that are going through the Valentine area, and I think it's to go up to South Dakota
Yeah,
to
the Black Hills.
Black
That's
Hills, yeah.
and
popular
and
destination.
I'm sure that the scenic byway has seen a lot of that influx of traffic
Yeah.
too.
They get to Thedford and they go north,
Yeah.
and but there's a byway up there, Bridges to Buttes, Highway 20 is, and they do. Merritt brings a lot of people.
Yeah.
The dark skies, people want to see the stars. We learned all about that at our conference, and as I said, the lady that talked needs to go out and night cab about 5 nights. She get all the starry nights she wants, you know. but it's a big deal to people.
Yeah.
And as I said once before here, junk jaunt, people that come from the city, wherever the city is, are a little nervous about our dark skies because they've not been around dark skies. And speaking of junk jaunt, I'm going to a meeting for that already Saturday.
Wow.
My golly, we are already planning. And I think this passport will help. It starts May 1st. And when does it end?
September 30.
Okay. Well, see, junk jaunt.
Yeah.
They could still be on it. I'm sorry I failed to remember that.
Pardon me, our season ends September 30. I think Labor Day is the last day
For the passport?
for the passport. I may be wrong. But
Well, I'll look it up.
I'll find out.
We'll come back and tell you next
Okay.
month.
Sounds good.
But anyway, junk jaunt is a great opportunity for outsiders to come and see what we have to offer here. So
It's
if we
amazing.
can get through this winter,
Yeah, we'll make it. It's just getting
One
a little
more shot
long.
tomorrow.
Oh, my
yeah,
gosh.
get a little long. Well, we were out at Junk Jaunt last year, out to the fairgrounds, and we broadcast from there. And Brent and I started it, and then the rest of the crew came out, and we just caught people when they were walking by. There's people from Ohio and Kentucky, and it was crazy where all these people came from. You know, you think, well, they might come from Kansas, and a lot of them do. And Colorado.
Oklahoma, we met some folks.
Yeah. So I think most economic development people will tell you, and Rick, you attend enough meetings to, get the feel that the money that they leave behind is money kind of out of the sky, right? I mean, it's just there and then it regenerates. It's really, tourism is really a great revenue for communities.
sorry about that.
For the area. So, yeah, it's amazing how many people come through to go to the Black Hills. You can even go west from Thedford if you want to go up the other way to the Black Hills as well, and see that beautiful country up there too. So
we keep literature for Valentine and South Dakota maps because that's probably the #1 destination for the people we see.
Happened to, I can't remember, I was at the time Hodges shop and filling station a number of years ago, and my wife was coming to pick me up there, so I was sitting on the tailgate of a pickup, and I was at, of course, the Thedford, where the highways all kind of intersect there.
The crossroads of the Sandhills.
Yes, I could not believe how many different plates in different states were coming through, just sitting there at that particular point at Thedford. It's amazing.
Well, Highway 83 is intercontinental, from Mexico to Canada. And then, of course, our byway going through. So it is the crossroads of the, actually, it's pretty centralized for a nation.
Yeah.
When you look at a map.
Yeah.
It's quite. I was told by a friend that the balloon, I won't say where it came from, went right down our byway.
Seriously?
I said, what? Yeah, went right down the byway. So I saw a map and
they know a good thing when they see it.
Pretty much did. So I guess we could say that somebody from over across the ocean is really interested in our byway.
Yeah, and they should have known that. Well, let's put it this way: they could have saved the president a decision going over the Sandhills. They might just have went down over the Sandhills with the help of a rancher out there.
Yeah, well,
ranch and a rifle.
Yeah,
that's pretty crazy.
That is.
So,
was there anything else you guys wanted to highlight that we haven't talked about?
We just appreciate this opportunity by Custer Federal every month to come in and visit with you. And we're, as I said earlier, we're just looking forward to tourism season.
Yeah. We appreciate you guys, too, for the coverage.
Oh, Rick, we enjoy it.
All you do.
We enjoy it. I know that you guys probably get thanked once in a while, but maybe not often enough. You're both kind of spearheading a lot of things here, going to different meetings and taking your own time to do this. And thank you very much. I can't imagine the amount of hours that Linda and Rick put in to make sure that people have a good time when they travel up and down the highway through here. So
then we've got to thank all the volunteers for sure. They're so important.
Yeah,
we do appreciate it.
All right. And you get to work with Mike Evans sometimes. I know you like that.
Well, that's a chore, but we get her done.
He's always got a story for us.
Oh, he does. I love his activity with the old photographs on
and Rob Myers, yeah.
Yeah, Rob Myers. Those are great history pieces, aren't they?
They sure are.
Old ranches and old farmsteads and what the communities looked like. Have you ever seen a picture of Westerville when it was in its heyday?
I'm sure I have.
I bet you have.
Yeah.
I used to.
That was quite a town at one time.
Yeah, well, the railroad was closer to it then, I think. But there was so many of those communities that were that size that didn't grow anymore. It's a really amazing history, and here's one that should be really clear to us, but I didn't pop into my brain until they had the plaque dedication up at Anselmo a summer or two ago about Anselmo's history. And if you drive along Highway 2, and you guys know this, I'm sure, that all of our towns are about 8, 9, 10 miles apart, right?
Well, look, going east, I generally go east when I leave town, but Berwyn, Ansley, Mason City,
and you'd have
and on down the road to Hazard, they're all 7 or 8 miles, 6 to 8 miles apart.
Yeah, and there's one there's unincorporated on further down.
I'm trying to think of that.
Yeah, that's one I can think of. Sweetwater, yeah. And then you go this direction, Myrna, Anselmo, like you say.
Yeah.
And I didn't think about it, but it was because they were steam trains on the track, and they could only go about 10 miles before they needed water. Yeah. So all those towns really thrived when that period of time was occurring. It's pretty neat.
Yep.
History is a lot of fun, so I'm sure people have a lot of questions at the barn and at the places they stop, and so it's really a
treat. If we can't answer them, there's always Google.
There you go.
We'd rather talk to you guys than Google.
Okay.
Thanks a lot.
All right.
And
Thank you.
You bet. And thanks to
Thanks.
Custer Federal for this time today.
If you've been injured or recovering from surgery, your first priority is to treat your problem. At Team Physical Therapy, we will evaluate, treat, and educate you about your specific roadblocks. We offer many therapists to help. Stop by one of our locations in Broken Bow, Burwell, Callaway, Gothenburg, and Kearney or call 872-5111. We have great resources online at myteampt.com or call 872-5111 Team Physical Therapy, together empowering able movement.
We've got spirit, yes we do. We've got spirit, how about you? Here at Nebraska State Bank, we've got school spirit. Introducing mascot debit cards from Nebraska State Bank. Now you can go to your local NSB branch and request a new debit card for your favorite high school team. The Broken Bow Indians, South Loop Bobcats, or Ancilla Murray debit cards are available by instant issue. You'll only pay $10, and the entire amount will be passed along to your school. It's a win-win situation, right? Take your school pride to the next level at Nebraska State Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Barney Health Mart invites you to visit for some savings of the green. Items with green will save you that green in your wallet. In the toy department, anything with green on it is 10% off. And when you make your way to the gifts and decor department, anything with green there is 20% off. This sale does exclude candy. Open Monday to Friday 8 to 6 and Saturdays 9 to 1. Varney Health Mart, downtown Broken Bow. Health Mart, taking the time to listen and care.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Just want to let you know that I love the show.
I love what you guys are doing in the morning. It makes my day so much better.
KCNI, KBBN Radio.
8:53, and we have guests coming in the studio as we speak. We'll take a time out and introduce them next.
Gary's Superfoods prides themselves on offering our family brand products. They're excited to announce they now have 3 varieties of sushi available. Right now, save on boneless pork loin chops at 10 for $10, and extra large red or green seedless grapes are $1.79 a pound. 85% lean ground beef sold in a 10-pound tube are $3.99 a pound. Warm up with Campbell's soups, 2 for $3. Our family shredded or chunked cheeses are 2 for $7. Gary's Superfoods, shop and save on South B Street in Broken Bow.
Ansley Lumber and Supply is locally owned and operated and proud to be your full-service lumber yard. From premium lumber and top-quality building materials to paint, tools, and ag supplies. When you drop by Ansley Lumber, their crew is prepared to help you with your project. From the materials for building a house to the accessories and pieces needed to make it a home. Ansley Lumber and Supply, Main Street, Ansley, or call 308-935-1815.
At the Callaway Good Life Center, their hometown facility offers the security and comfort of a small town with the advantages of city living. They offer speech, occupational, and physical therapy for their residents. Visit CallawayGoodLife.com for more information.
This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
It is.
And our guests are in from Custer Care Center. Would you like to do this interview, Brent? I would like to listen.
Well, okay. Tiffany and Jeanette are with us. Good morning, ladies.
Good morning.
So what's happening? What's the haps? Is that what you say? What's the haps at the Custer Care Center?
We are busy. We've always got something interesting going on. We're always having fun.
How many miles you been putting on the road with your transportation service?
A lot.
I am shocked on how many different places they go and how many drivers are out there. So they're doing a lot.
Yeah.
So
well, what a great addition you've made to. Well, we talk about this all the time. The numerous additions you have made to Custer Care Center,
Yes.
but certainly the transportation service really helps a lot of people out, doesn't it?
it does, and you know just being able to get where you want to go for home or for
appointments.
Yeah.
It's busy.
Yeah.
We have 6 drivers now, and
that was going to be my next question: was how many drivers you're up to now?
I know we do not have a vehicle available today.
Yeah.
Every vehicle is out today.
Yeah.
And I know Saturday we had 2 drivers out on the road. I mean, they go everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, and they're great. You call them up and say, hey, can you pick up a trip? Oh, sure, they'll go anywhere. Yeah.
And I'm sure it's okay to keep stressing this. Your transportation service is designed to get people to medical appointments, doctor appointments. I know you go to eye doctors and things like that, but that's what the transportation service is made for, right?
Correct. We don't just, if you want to go shopping or something, we don't take you shopping. Ours is for medical appointments, dental, vision, specialists. Yeah. Well.
And you've already been talking about how busy it is. I'm assuming that if people are interested and they need to get to an appointment, the more
correct
ahead they can contact you to try to set something up certainly would help you, I'm guessing.
As soon as you can call and let us know, and let Peggy know, call and ask for Peggy in the transportation. As soon as you can call and let her know, the better, because like today, I mean, they're all out. So, you know, if you needed a trip today and you called yesterday, you know, we probably wouldn't be able to do it. Peggy would try her hardest, though.
I know
mean,
you do.
She's very good. There's days that she has all 6 drivers out on the road, and then she's also out on the road doing transportation. So they stay very, very busy.
She basically has become a dispatcher, hasn't she?
She has, yes. Yes, that is exactly what she does, yes.
That's crazy. Well, it's great to see that everything is moving along there. I do know that even on your transportation services, insurance can pick up some of the costs sometimes,
Correct.
right? And I know you work really hard to work with those companies. Is that right?
Peggy does a great job. You just call her and let her know, and she will call and get it authorized for you. She does a great job working with the insurance companies.
Yeah. Yes. While we talk about transportation service, taking people to appointments, you got people that transport themselves to different houses to help people too, right?
Yes, we go quite a bit out. We go to Burwell,
Callaway, Oconto,
Arnold.
Isn't there one in Ashton?
Halsey.
Ashton, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
We go quite a ways. Yes.
And I know we've talked about this, but when it comes to the in-home care, are you still looking for people to help with that if they're interested? Or
we're looking for somebody over in the Sargent area for an hour Monday through Friday for an hour in the evenings.
Okay.
If anybody's interested in something like that, just give us a call and we'll meet with you and do an interview and see if you're a good fit for it.
All right. And the in-home care, I think it's important to stress again, this isn't home health.
No.
This is just going into the home, helping with like little maintenance or job thing. I need to be careful about maintenance, but just little job things around the house, whether it's making a bed or helping them make sure that they get their meals that they need, things like that.
Fixing meals, reminding them to take their medication, taking out their trash, doing their laundry, you know. Yeah, we don't mow the yard or scoop the snow. Yeah.
Sometimes we scoop the snow to get in.
Yes.
Sometimes you're forced to, Jeanette.
Yes.
Yeah. But the people that we go in to see in their home, they're in charge. They tell us what they need. We don't just go in and say, well, I think you need to do this. We're going to clean this up for you. No. We go in and do what it is that you want us to do for those hours that we're there. So, you know, it just depends on each person, but we let the family or the person tell us what we want to do.
Mm-hmm.
So,
but for those people who work in the in-home care situation, they are paid by Custer Care Center.
Exactly.
They're an employee of you, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So no one has to worry about that.
Yeah.
So,
good.
Yeah.
So what about availability? Are we all filled up as far as room availability at the Custer Care Center? Or?
At the center we are.
Yep.
Okay.
We're always taking new home cares. So if you have a loved one that needs some home cares, give us a call. Or Dave, if you need your bedding changed, give us a call.
I probably will be calling you hopefully down the road a little ways.
Okay.
Right now I'm okay. But we've talked about that before. That's one of the tougher jobs when you get a little older, especially if you can't get around the back side of the bed next to the wall and that sort of thing. And so that's not a thing to kid around about.
No.
That's a big one, isn't it?
It is. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. We will. Right now we have quite a few staff, so we could use some more home care. So if people need some more help, just let us know.
Well, that's a nice sentence to hear.
It is.
It's been so long that we've been saying we're short, and now you can actually grow a little bit.
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Wow. I have just one question to ask. Why does your kitchen smell so good?
Because of our good cooks. We have some excellent cooks, and there's days that, every day it always smells really good.
It really
Somebody
does.
walked through yesterday and they're like, wow, what is that smell?
What's cooking?
And they're like, it's brownies. And they were excited. It smells really good in the kitchen all the time.
Yeah, we like the open kitchen.
Yeah. So does everybody, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And, it used to be, it was kind of a regulation that maybe you should have your kitchen enclosed, where people can't get in. Well, now things have changed, and the new and regulations now say the clients have to be able to go in and get whatever they want out of the kitchen.
Well, and if you look at newer houses and house designs, floor plans, they're all being built with an open living room and kitchen.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's a lot more social for sure.
Yeah.
It is, yes.
And I sometimes fight about regulations, but this is a good one, so they can actually go in there if they want to. So
has that become one of the favorite hangouts of the residents, is around the kitchen?
Yeah, they like to go in, get their own coffee, and get their, they like to be able to go in and get snacks and things if they want to. So
good.
Sometimes the cook doesn't especially. I thought I had, but I don't.
The old too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I thought I had more of this. Where did it all go?
I had some chocolate in the cupboard.
Chocolate chips seem to be the thing.
Oh, I bet.
Yes. Yeah, they come up missing.
Oh, golly.
Yes. But yes, we are full in the facility, but just call and get on the waiting list if you're looking for somewhere. We just never know when we'll have an open room, so.
Yeah.
Okay. And your adult daycare services for the day, I mean, you're always willing to take care of someone for the day, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
An hour or two. Today at the center, they're having the Custer County Quilt Guild is coming in, and they're going to they've traveled around to schools, and they have done this Discover Nebraska quilt. Well, they're coming to Custer Care today.
Oh, nice.
To discover Nebraska quilting. So
fantastic.
So yeah, and we're looking for more people to come in to the facility to do things like that.
Yeah.
Play the piano, sing, play an instrument. We're always looking for somebody to come in.
So are you ready to come do that? You can come.
Me? I don't. No.
Have you heard us on the radio singing?
I used to play the trumpet back in high school.
Really good.
And I don't do that anymore.
Well, that would be fun. It would be, practice.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
No. It would just be noise. It wouldn't be music. I guarantee you that.
Well, they'd enjoy the company.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, ladies. Would you please take each one of our little stickers there with you there?
Do you love the breakfast show? We hope you do.
Yes.
Okay, well, there you go. There's a sticker for you.
Wow.
Perfect. Okay.
And where should I put this sticker?
I guess I
Just
don't. Yeah, I guess
Put
I don't
it on
care.
your car window.
I was going to say, a lot of
fridge.
people are putting them on their car window, I think.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That sounds
Or
good.
you can not tell anybody and put them in file 13, which is...
Oh, no.
Yeah, just to make us...
do that.
But to make us feel good, just would you make sure you walk out with one?
Yes, we'll make sure.
Don't throw it away before you walk out of the studio. That would hurt our feelings.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin is blasting Moscow for a Russian fighter jet's collision with a U.S. drone over the Black Sea. Will this incident affect future drone missions?
Make no mistake, the United States will continue to fly and to operate wherever international law allows.
A winter storm in New England is taking its toll, toppling trees and power lines in Vermont. Newfane Fire Department Chief Todd Lawley says the fire station is using a backup generator.
It runs the whole station, so if we need to take people in and get them warm or get them food or whatever, we can with that.
7 sheriff's deputies in Virginia have been charged with second-degree murder after the death of a 28-year-old man in their custody.
Henrico County Sheriff's deputies were taking Ervo Otieno to the hospital to admit him when he reportedly assaulted them, was put in restraints, and died during the intake process at the county jail.
CBS's Christopher Cruz. CBS News Brief. I'm Linda Kenyon.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Nick Cope.
In NFL free agency, former Bears running back David Montgomery is staying in the NFC North. He's set to become a Detroit Lion on a 3-year deal worth $18 million. The Vikings picked up former Cardinals DB Byron Murphy on a 2-year deal. Former Commanders linebacker Cole Holcomb has agreed to a 3-year contract with the Steelers, and Colts receiver Ashton Dulin has agreed to a new deal to return to Indy. In the college basketball, first 4 games played on Tuesday night. In the 16-seed game, Texas A&M Corpus Christi outlasted Southeast Missouri State 75-71. They now take on top seed Alabama in the round of 64. In the 11-seed game, Pitt won a back-and-forth game against Mississippi State 60-59. Panthers now match up with 6-seed Iowa State. In the NBA, the Bucks pulled away from the Suns 116-104. Knicks beat the Blazers 123-107.
Here's your weatherology forecast. A winter weather advisory will be in effect from early Thursday morning until early Thursday evening. Sunshine today with our high nearing 66. A slight chance for some rain and snow overnight with a low around 25. Southeast winds between 10 and 30 and gusting as high as 45. Rain and snow showers continue throughout Thursday with our high of 32. North winds between 30 and 35 and gusting as high as 50. And clear and 17 throughout Thursday night. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Kara Foster.
Eric was way behind on his taxes.
I owed a lot of money to the IRS, almost $15,000. I tried to make payments.
The IRS wasn't satisfied with Eric's efforts, so they came after him full force.
They're coming to put a lien and a hold on all my income, my home, my car. I was just overwhelmed at what to do.
Then Eric called Optima Tax Relief.
When Optima Tax got involved, the calls would stop, the threats would stop. It was easy like, 1, 2, 3.
Optima Tax Relief is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, and their team of expert tax professionals took care of Eric's problem.
I owe $15,000, and now my debt is clean. I don't owe anything.
Take Eric's advice.
If you have a tax problem, you need to call Optima Tax now.
Call Optima Tax Relief for a free consultation. Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
10 past the hour of 9 o'clock. You're listening to The Breakfast Show. It's 38 under a cloudy sky. Winds out of the south right at 10 miles per hour. We're going to catch up with Ladarius, if possible, at the Pizza Hut. And before we close the show here today, we're going to play a brand new song released yesterday by J.B. Jamison, who lives...
BJ,
I'm sorry,
yep.
I got that written down wrong. B.J. Jamison, who lives in the area and is doing a lot of music work around the area and released a brand new song as of yesterday. So we're going to have that for you in just a little bit. That can happen. That's a good sign, but you need at least 2 more?
No. I'm going to need a driver, a delivery driver, a production person, like a cook, another server, and a CSR. So that's 4 I'm looking for.
Okay. All right. Well, you know, I enjoy pizza and I enjoy pasta, but I don't think I enjoy pizza and pasta as much as Brent Apperson does. He loves your pizza. So I'm going to turn things over to Brent. He might have some questions about anything new or anything that is available. So here's Brent for you.
All right, I'm going away from the pizza for a moment, Ladarius, because it's March Madness, buddy. It's March Madness, and I need wings for March Madness. Can you help me out?
What you need, the bone in or the bone out?
I actually like the boneless. Is that okay?
The boneless?
Yeah.
Oh, come on, man.
See, I knew you were gonna give me a hard time about this. But it doesn't matter. You can provide whatever people need, right?
Yeah, for sure. And we got plenty of flavors.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now I've asked you this every week we speak, I think, but your favorite is what?
Cajun.
The Cajun,
sure.
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Cajun,
I knew that.
Sir.
All right. Okay, so if people want wings, they can get that. I'm a big fan. Whenever the grandkids come over, like, okay, how are we going to feed everybody? Your big dinner box, man, is just perfect. With what it's with what it comes with. You get pizza, and then you get stuff to go with it too, right?
Yes, sir. You get to choose boneless wings or pasta, and it comes with a breadstick. You can upgrade it to a cheese stick as well.
All right. The Big New Yorker, it was a big hit at my house with my grandson the other day when we ordered it. Big New Yorker is still around, but it's just for a limited time, right?
Yes, sir. It's still here. You come get it today.
All right. Now, we had pepperoni, and I think that's the main thing, right, for the Big New Yorker is pepperoni?
That's the main thing. Yep, pepperoni, yes, sir.
Okay. But you can add another topping or two to it as well, I believe you mentioned, right?
You can create your own 3 toppings.
Okay, create your own 3 topping for the Big New Yorker. All right. One thing that we maybe don't talk a lot about when we visit with you is we always enjoy dessert, and you guys have some yummy things to follow up the pizza, right?
Yeah, yes, sir. We sure do.
You still got the big cookie?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yes, sir. That ain't going nowhere.
All right. The chocolate chip cookie, and then what are some of the other things that you feature in that realm?
We got the triple treat, the brownie, the triple chocolate brownie.
Okay.
And then we also have the Cinnabon rolls. Those are delicious there.
Okay.
And we got the cinnamon sticks, and we have the apple pies.
All right. And, of course, there are other things on the menu at Pizza Hut besides just the pizza. I know that your pasta line has been really popular.
Yes, sir. And we got the sandwich line, too. We got the milk, got wings, whatever you want almost.
All right. Sounds good.
You want to eat healthy, we got salads, too.
Hey, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. What about some specials, Ladarius? Do you have some specials running right now that are in the store?
Yeah, it haven't been updated. We have the large 1-topping stuffed crust with the breadsticks for $20.99, and we also have the large 3-topping or the large specialty pizza with the 8-piece bone-out wing for $5.99. All
right, sounds good. Let's see, anything else that you want to mention that maybe we haven't discussed yet?
Well, you come out and eat with us for lunch, and we also have the March Madness basketballs on sale.
Wow!
For $7.
Whoa! You have the March Madness basketballs again?
Yeah, we have the mini basketballs with the Pizza Hut logo. Yes, sir.
Oh man, this is like, okay, I'm coming out to see you here pretty soon. Now, I'm just going to ask you right now: do I have to order a pizza to get the basketball, or can I just come out and purchase the basketball?
Just the basketball.
Sweet. I have a few of these in my collection. I've gotten some of them in the past, so I'm excited that you have these again. I didn't know you had those again.
Yes, sir, we do.
All right.
Got a box full of them.
I love it. I love it. I love it. All right. What are your hours, Ladarius, before we let you go?
Yes, sir. We open every day at 11, and during a weekday and on Sundays we close at 10, and Friday and Saturday we close at 11 p.m.
All right. Sounds good. Well, Ladarius, thanks for taking the time to visit with us, and we'll talk with you next time.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you. 9:19 is your time. You're listening to The Breakfast Show, and again, we appreciate that.
During the 2023 Commodity Classic, UPL spent a lot of time talking with growers. Ryan Bryant Schlobaum, UPL Technical Services Manager, says UPL uses the feedback from growers to develop products they need in the field.
Taking the feedback we hear and see from the field and creating new solutions, or one example of this is Preview 2.1 SC herbicide, a product we released last year at Commodity Classic in New Orleans. We've heard for many years that herbicide-resistant weeds are increasing, and we've had a full year of working with growers to introduce this product. And what it is a multi-mode of action herbicide that's formulated for the soybean grower. It helps to control such weeds as resistant water hemp, Palmer amaranth, and the other associated pigweeds. And through a lot of the advanced research that we've developed, we see this very unique formulation that makes two active ingredients, metribuzin and sulfentrazone, work more efficiently.
To learn more, go to www.previewherbicide.com.
All right, we've got some things left to do. It's been a real busy breakfast show, and that's just the way we like it. We have a few more things we want to tell you about. We also are going to be giving away a $25 gift certificate to Shotgun Annie's in Callaway, and we'll be doing that towards the end of our broadcast here today. And we mentioned earlier that we are going to feature B.J. Jamison with a song called Lost Without You, which he released yesterday, and he is a good friend of all the folks at Shotgun Annie's, and as Brent mentioned, playing over at Grazier's and Arnold and lots of different places around at least the state of Nebraska, if not more. And everybody just really enjoys his music because it's simple old country. And I think you'll hear that style in his new song called Lost Without You, which is coming up before we close the show as well. Right now, we want to talk a little bit about Mid-Plains Community College. They're accepting applications for a full-time administrative assistant, and responsibilities include, but not limited to, general office duties, use of social media for communication and promotional purposes. Also, it would be helpful if you were kind of a troubleshooter for technology. You would assist students, instructors, and process payments, and the list goes on. Lots of different things to learn, but it keeps things lively under that job position at the Broken Bow campus. So be sure and apply for that. And there's also a generous benefits package with that. And it's just going to be available for a while. So contact Mid-Plains Community College and get your application in. Stop by. You can send a letter of interest, your current resume, unofficial transcripts, and you can go to www.mpcc.edu to the human resources portion of things and get your application form. Or you can call, let's see here, 5659 is the number here in town. There's also a fax number that you can use back and forth at 534-5770. And let's see here, the application packets must be received by March 27th, and applications will be accepted until the position is filled.
All right. Really appreciate KC Trucking, Kevin and Colleen Gates of Broken Bow for sponsoring this next live read. This week is State Speech in Kearney, and so we want to take a moment and wish all of our area speech competitors the best of luck this week, and that's what KC Trucking wants to do. They would like to wish all the speech competitors good luck. State Speech starts today for the Broken Bow kids, and State Speech continues through Friday. They also want to give a special shout out to the Anselmo Myrna students who compete Friday with the Class D schools. These students put in many hours to achieve the goal of making it to state, and they want to recognize them for all the early mornings of heading to speech meets and hours of practice while also being involved in many other activities. So good luck from KC Trucking. They are proud of your accomplishment.
The Lexington Chamber of Commerce is putting on a gathering that you don't want to miss on March 25th. This will take place from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m. on March 25th at Max Creek Winery and Brewery at Lexington, Nebraska. 43315 Road 757. It's the Beer and Wine Spirits Migration Festival. This event brings local breweries, wineries, and distilleries together under one roof to celebrate their craft. And you'll recognize many of these breweries and wineries and so forth. Canyon Lakes Brewery out at Johnson Lake, Kincaidor Brewery here in Broken Bow, of course, Max Creek Winery in Lexington, the Upper Room Brewery in Kearney, Paul's Brewery in North Platte, and Feather River Winery in North Platte also going to be a part of that. They're also going to have barbecue, and Madeline's Cafe and Bakery will be there, and you can enjoy all of this for only $20 for the entire ticket. You can purchase those on the Lexington Chamber of Commerce Facebook page or at the door. All right, and that's coming up the 25th, put on through the Lexington Chamber of Commerce.
St. Patrick's Day is this week. It's coming up on Friday, and you know who's throwing a party? Sylvester's.
As always.
Freddie is going to have his St. Patty's Day party. You want to be at it at Sylvester's in Broken Bow. Friday night, St. Patrick's night. Freddie will be cooking up mulligan stew and the green Jell-O shots, which I think are annual event during St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, yes.
At Sylvester's. As far as entertainment, they're bringing in the Lawnmower Dogs. They'll be on stage rocking 90s hits all night long. That's right. They're a 90s cover band. 90s music is what they do, and they do it well. They'll be covering the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Soundgarden, Green Day, the Foo Fighters, just to name a few. It's 90s rock time on Friday at Sylvester's in Broken Bow, and so join them for their St. Patty's Day party Friday night at Sylvester's in Broken Bow.
And Brent, we were able to contact some friends we made over in Ireland.
Yeah.
To produce a commercial for Freddie's Bash.
Oh, really?
Yes. Well, it was one of the friends that was going to come to the barbecue.
Oh.
But
okay.
they're not coming now.
Yeah.
But here she is.
The St. Paddy's Day party you will want to attend is at Sylvester's in Broken Bow this Friday night. Freddie will have mulligan stew and green Jell-O shots just for you. Now, let's talk entertainment. The Lawnmower Dogs will be on the stage rocking 90s hits all night long. They only play 90s music, and they will rock with songs by the Red Hot Chili Peppers, Soundgarden, Green Day, the Foo Fighters, and many more. It's 90s rock time on St. Paddy's night on Friday at Sylvester's in Broken Bow.
Oh, man, what a great voice.
Yeah, would have been nice to have her at the party.
Yeah, well, if you would have hosted it at your house, but you canceled it.
Well, we just don't have the room.
Yeah. Hey, since we're talking about March and kind of St. Patrick's Day and everything, Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts, every month they do featured drinks, and they kind of center it around the theme of the month, and certainly St. Patrick's Day is a main theme of March. So your featured drinks for this month at Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts will be the Nutty Irish Woman, a mixture of cherry, hazelnut, and Irish cream, the Raspberry Brandy, mixture of raspberry and amaretto, the Shamrock, Irish cream and mocha, Pot to Gold, a mixture of caramel and brown sugar, and the Scotchy, a mixture of vanilla and butterscotch. Make sure you check out their pastry case with options like banana bread, rolls, and scones to enjoy. Also, they're offering Sarah's Sweets in their store now, too. Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts in Broken Bow, open Monday, 7 to 10 in the morning, and open Tuesday through Saturday, 7 until 1. To stay up to date with what's happening at Prairie Grounds Cafe and Gifts, make sure you check them out on their Facebook page.
Thank you, Brent. Thank you very much.
You're welcome very much.
What else do we have to conclude our live read selection for today?
Well, I don't know if we've talked about Universal Insurance Agency yet or not, but when it comes to insurance, Nate and the crew, they are there to help you. So make sure you check them out. Of course, they do want to make sure that if you're in business, that you have your business taken care of appropriately when it comes to insurance needs. So whether it be home, auto, farm, whatever, business, they are there to help you. Universal Insurance Agency in Broken Bow, Nebraska.
Thank you very much, Brent. I appreciate it. It's very nice of you to do that.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Okay, we have a few things left to do.
We do.
We are going to be giving away a $25 gift card to Shotgun Annie's in Callaway, right on Main Street. Can't miss it. There's a shotgun on the front. It's got a big old wood door. You walk in. The atmosphere is great. The food is wonderful. And what does the Shotgun Annie crew have in store for us?
Well, they're going to be celebrating St. Patrick's Day this week. Put on your green and head to Callaway and celebrate St. Patrick's Day with your friends at Shotgun Annie's. They'll have a delicious Irish buffet for you, featuring potatoes and corned beef and cabbage. You'll also find walleye on the buffet.
A what?
For Friday. Yes,
walleye?
sir. You better believe it. Boy, wouldn't this $25 gift certificate set you up nice for Friday?
Am I eligible?
Yeah, no, you're not. No, you are not. The buffet is going to go all day, by the way, on Friday. It'll start at 11 a.m. and go all day. If you're really feeling the luck of the Irish, play a game of Keno while you're at Shotgun Annie's. It's always a good time at Shotgun Annie's in Callaway.
All right, so be listening. We're going to ask you a question in a little bit. But before we do that, let's hear B.J. Jamison with his brand new song released yesterday. And it's going to be going out to radio stations across the country. I believe it's on iTunes and Spotify. And you'll hear it first right here on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Ladies and gentlemen, B.J. Jamison with Lost Without You.
You got a little thing that happens when you grin. It's hard to explain.
B.J. Jamison, Lost Without You, brand new music from a local talent who performs at different venues around the area. I imagine all the way across Nebraska, and you'd almost figure then he'd be doing it all across the Midwest very soon if he isn't already. So catch his show while you can. He's been playing a lot around the area, including Shotgun Annie's. In fact, Candace was one of the first ones to bring him in and have him perform at Shotguns. So that's it. What do you think?
I loved it. Yeah, good song.
Excellent. Maybe we can get him back in the studio before.
I would love that, yeah.
Before he becomes a big super country star. And
I just hope he remembers us when he becomes a big star.
Yes, please remember the little guys.
Yeah.
BJ, when you hit the big time, so tell him you were on the breakfast show, and that's how you. No, never mind.
Yeah.
It's his talent that's taking him where he's going.
Absolutely. So. Yeah, good stuff. Good song.
Yep. All right, so we're going to give away a $25 gift card. I would ask that you'd only Democrats call in, but I'm afraid we'd only have, we wouldn't get any calls.
I'm not even going to respond to that.
Ask Republicans to call in, then the phone line will get jammed. So we won't go there.
Okay. Probably best to leave politics out of it.
All right. I guess so.
Although, if you'd stayed with that Democrat thing, you would be eligible from that from that side of things anyway.
Yeah, myself, Joan, and 3 others in Custer County. So anyway, let's move along.
Okay.
You have to have Irish blood to be able to call in here.
Oh, wow.
With St. Patty's Day coming up.
Okay.
And that big party and all that good food at Shotgun Annie's, you have to have Irish blood. And we're just going to trust you.
Okay.
You're just going to have to be honest with it. It could be a fourth, a half, whatever.
Yeah.
Just have.
But you're not going to force them to bring in documentation that shows that they are part Irish.
Well, we would like some DNA.
Yeah. Well,
tests.
We're not going to give you your $25 gift card until we send it into Ancestry.com and make sure that you have some Irish in you.
Yeah, exactly. No, I think this is going to be a very popular one. So we're going to take the 4th caller.
All right.
The 4th caller at 872-2801. 4th caller, 872-2801.
When we told growers that New Bear Premium Tri-Volt herbicide for corn delivers visibly clean fields for up to 8 weeks, they were a bit skeptical.
We'll see how it works.
So we decided to prove it. We set up cameras in multiple cornfields, treated them with Tri-Volt, and filmed for 24 hours a day. For 8 weeks, we saw a variety of weather conditions, and Tri-Volt worked. See for yourself at TriVoltInAction.com. Tri-Volt is a restricted-use pesticide. Consult your state pesticide regulator for specific restrictions. Read and follow pesticide label directions.
Each season, farmers put it all on the line. So it's just good business to get every advantage you can. That's why the Roundup Ready Extend crop system created the Spray Early Weed Control Guarantee. When you spray before or at planting, you can give yourself a season-long advantage over weeds, and it can help boost your yield potential. Show weeds you mean business and learn more about guaranteed weed control at RoundupReadyExtend.com/SprayEarly. Guarantee is subject to program terms and conditions. Read and follow pesticide label directions, IRM, grain marketing, and other stewardship practices.
All right, we have a caller on the line. Good morning. I didn't catch your name. Is it Mark?
Mark, yes.
Okay, good. In order to qualify for this certificate to Shotgun Annie's, we have to ask you some questions about whether you're Irish or not. Are you up for that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you like potatoes?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you like potatoes?
All right. Cabbage?
You like cabbage, yeah?
Sure.
Okay. What's the one everybody makes for dinner on St. Patty's Day?
Well, it's probably a corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah, corned beef.
and
You like corned beef too?
Oh, it's all right. It's not my favorite.
It sounds like he's Irish to me.
Yeah. Do you like dark beer or whiskey?
Sure.
Okay. You are Irish. Mark, you qualify.
Well, see, my dad's grandpa and grandma were both from Ireland.
Oh,
okay.
Well, there
Great.
you go. You're in. Well, come out and see us. Come out and see us, Mark. We'll have a certificate here for you to Shotguns. All right?
All right, thanks. Hey, you guys have a nice day.
You too. Thanks a lot. Man, he is Irish.
Indeed.
Potatoes, cabbage, corned beef, hash, whiskey, dark beer. What was the other one? Anyway, he's Irish. Oh, and his grandparents are from.
Yeah, that's great.
I guess that's the show.
Okay, we're done.
Can I ask you some questions?
I don't know if I want to answer them or not.
We'll resume tomorrow.
Okay.